Hello, this is Chelsea Marks, and I'm going to be filming for VETT 221, Task 17. First thing I'm going to do here is zoom in on our OCCI certificate hanging there on the wall for Evergreen Veterinary Hospital, and then zoom back out here. So Task 17 is how to prepare a large surgical pack. So we have our instruments here that have been cleaned, and I'm going to come around the table here and explain how we prep this surgical pack. So we have an inner wrap, we have our outer wrap, we have our gauze and needle pack, we have a large drape here, we have a steam indicator tape strip, which we place in that drape. We have our steam indicator tape for the outside of the pack. We have a Sharpie marker to mark the pack once it's complete. We have a lint roller in case we find any spare hair or lint on the surgical pack itself. And we have our surgical instruments arranged here. Prior to wrapping a pack, you go ahead and clean them. That's a different video, but we are going to explain that as well here. So you clean them, you also check them to make sure they're in proper working order, that nothing's sticking, and that everything actually cuts, and that the locks hold. So I've checked all these instruments, and they are in working order. So the first thing we're going to do is arrange our instruments on the inner wrap here. And every clinic does this differently. Here it's just a logical order so that the use from the surgeon is going to be easy and that it's logical and they can grab the instruments as needed. So we go from largest to smallest. So we have all of these. This happens to be one of our canine spay packs, so the instruments are quite long and there's extra clamps here. So we're grabbing all the ringed instruments here on my hand, and then our towel clamps are last. So we place our drape in the middle as well, and our scalpel blade holder. All the instruments are open, they're not locked right now, so that also aids in the ease of use for the surgeon. So we slide both of our traumatic and non-traumatic forceps into those loops there and place that on top of this drape here. So first things first, we're going to make sure that's in the middle. It is. And that our indicator strip is still in there. And we're going to start at the side closest to us and fold it over, leaving a flap. This is just like wrapping the gown that we just did. So we're going to start on the right, come back over, leaving a flap. And come over to the left side, come over again, leaving this flap. And then we're going to bring the top back towards us. And tuck that in that little space that we left. We also have our outer wrap, so we're going to do the same procedure one more time, keeping everything nice and neat and tidy. Fold that over, leaving this little flap. Right side first, leaving a flap here as well. Tight, and everything is smooth. We're going to leave a flap here, come back over the top, and we're going to fold the entire thing over as tight as we can, and then tuck that flap in. This is going to be the flap that you open the pack with. So I'm going to fold that over. This is going to be the part that you open with, so we're going to leave that nice and accessible. So we have our steam indicator tape here. We'll grab a nice amount here, leave a little tab, again for accessibility. Come across the top of the pack here, and then down the side. One more strip of it. And again, another tab for accessibility for the surgeon. And we're just going to inspect the pack. So it looks like there's no big open holes, nothing's loose or gaping. Everything looks really good for this pack. So I'm going to go ahead and label it. So this is a canine spay pack. And I'm going to put the date here. And my initials as well, so that everybody knows who wrapped this pack. So this pack is now ready to go into the sterilizer, and that'll be our next video. Thank you.